Σου δεν θα άκουγα.
Σου λέω κατέβα. Σου λέω κατέβα.
Μιλούσα και δεν απαντούσα. Το μικρό. Ναι, αυτό εγώ απάντησα σου λέω.
For verily I say unto you, the gods have turned their faces from this fallen world, and only the works of the righteous will bring them back again. For the smell of blood is sweet, and the screams of the dying are like sweet music to the divine. By our gifts shall we be judged, brothers and sisters. So says the prophet. And so, let us gather the fruits of the flesh, and with our labor create a heavenly chorus that no god can deny. Only then will we be worthy of sun and rain, of green fields, and a bountiful harvest. Cast forth your lines, brothers and sisters. Amen. Hey gang, time for another episode of Rocky Mountain Monsters. We're in a part of the mountains where there have been sightings of a huge, hairy giant lurking in the woods. The locals say it's a mutant cannibal hobo called Melvin. I say it's Bigfoot. Stay tuned.
9, 4, 7, 9, 4.
Chicken is edible, or will we be picking wires out of her teeth?
Dorsey's gonna die for what they done. Please, my son's not a Dorsey.
Hey, Rangers!
How does it feel now?
Welcome party at the lake!
refugees helped the Dorseys. Can you believe it?
They won't last.
I am staying here until they all freeze to death. This Dorsey scum killed unarmed people.
How the hell did
This is exactly what those Dorsey bastards...
How the hell did these Dorseys get into the city?
This kid's going in the pillories next.
The blood is coming for you all!
Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Just got a lot. I made a real big mistake. See, the Plains gangs chased my mom and me off our land. We lost everything. Heard this was a place of God-fearing people and thought they'd do right by us. People here kept us out in the cold, letting us starve to death while they sat inside, warm and fed. Then the Dorseys came and gave me some food and some kindness and asked me to do some vandalism. I figured what was the harm? I never killed no one, but I did bust some windows. Marshals caught me doing it, and they said I was working with the Dorseys. Magistrate agreed, so here I am. Mom would have talked me out of it. I should have talked to her first. We were starving. No two ways about it. We were going to die. Dorseys gave us food. I figured a few windows was a worthwhile trade for the bread and meat that saved our lives. I thought it was too harsh, but what happens if I speak up now? Will they come after my mom? I can't take the chance. Magistrate tells me it's death. They're gonna strip me down and tie me to those things. And they're gonna let the cold do its work. I wonder if it'll hurt.
Wish I could tell you it won't, kid. But that'd be a lie.
No, I was never no desperado. Don't rightly know why I let myself get caught up in this. But if I'm to die, I'd at least like to do that right. Gonna do that like a man. Magistrate's a hard man. I wish I could believe it'd work. I'd do anything for someone who could get me free without hurting anybody in the process. Guess I don't have any money to give you, but I'd pay you back in hard work, if you'll have me. I'm used to hard work around the homestead, and I ain't too bad with a gun either. My folks made sure I could hunt and fight. I always dreamed of coming to the big city and being a newspaper man. You know, interviewing people, telling the truth about how things really are. Sure didn't turn out like I hoped. Nice talking to you.
Howdy, Judge. How's your heart? Still colder than a well digger's ass?
Marshal Quan, impertinent as ever, I see. Rangers, I am Magistrate Silas Watkins. I have heard of your arrival, partly from the confessions of the Dorsey Raiders. You'll be pleased to know that Which reminds me, that Dorsey you requested stand trial? He was clearly guilty and sentenced to the pillories. A waste of my time. He did have this note, though, which you may find interesting. They are the only instrument of justice we need. Serious offenders die by exposure. Sometimes I might grant a reprieve after frostbiters claim their extremities. For some offenses, we have a work camp on the plains. I don't approve of their methods, but it's outside my jurisdiction. Minor infractions, like public drunkenness or disorderly conduct, are punished by a short stay in the sheriff's lockup. Oh, to the contrary. It is more merciful than the punishments meted out by the mountain clans or the gangs of the plains. If we did any less, as much as we might long for the world before the bombs.
And let's be honest, Judge. You kinda like it too, don't you?
No, I do not. I won't.
And since you're the law around here,
I follow principles set forth at the second founding of this city, as you know very well. Without our laws and the penalties to enforce, proceed. His crimes are still severe. He was part of the Dorsey uprising. He caused significant property damage. His actions diverted marshals from responding to reports of attacks, magnifying the harm the Dorseys were able to inflict. Argue a case, and I might show lenience. You wish to compensate the city and the owners of the damaged properties for their losses. I can facilitate that. That's the price in Colorado dollars. This is irregular, but it is within my powers to grant you full custody of Austin Peace. Any further infractions he may commit are the Ranger's responsibility. You should inform the boy. Best he hears the good news from you.
We'll have our revenge. You ain't seen the last of us.
Still here. Not looking forward to what comes next. What? Are you serious? You really saved my life and I get to be a ranger? Soon as they let me free, I'm going straight to your headquarters. I'll do whatever you need me to do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Rangers, what brings you here? Indeed.
The deluge of blood is coming for you all!
Miss Wesson, could you... I'm sorry. I have to talk to these folks. Sorry about that. Are you the Rangers? We were told to expect you. Sheriff Daisy's waiting for you in the back.
thanks, Torres.
Anytime, Marshal Quan. Reports. The Dorsey raid really tore up the town. Murder, looting, fires. They even attacked this station. Not that they got very far. It's been exhausting. It's on the back of the box. We keep the peace here in Colorado Springs. Don't blink. Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
You the Rangers? We got things under control.
Someone's sure having a hell of a party, huh?
Too old to fight the Dorseys. You the Rangers?
Screaming and
Sheriff
fireworks.
Daisy's looking for you.
Beg for our lives! We ain't weak like you!
Death to Buchanan! Death to the 100 stinking families! to do when you got inside?
Grab them Hunter family assholes for hostages. Many as we could. Especially that Percy Weston and his kin. Neely just wanted them bad. Then hit the palace. Kill the patriarch.
Is that it?
Swear to God and the deluge of blood. That's all I know.
I bet we can help you recollect a little more.
I told you what I know. Don't.
You the Rangers? Sheriff Daisy's no, nothing to see here. You the Rangers? Sheriff Daisy's looking for you.
Sheriff wants to speak to you, Rangers. Sheriff wants to speak to you, Rangers.
Well, now you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass, especially at a time like this. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages. Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those...
And by speak, you mean shoot the everlasting...
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Rangers, I'd love to trade war stories, but I've got marshals calling me left and right, dead. Now the Dorsey's hostages are... And please, take young Miss Weston with you. I need that girl out of my hair. In fact, I'm gonna insist... Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers. The garden's on the far side of the market square. Don't forget to take Miss Weston with you.
No mercy on your souls, Colorado.
I'm not sure why the sheriff didn't assign me marshals, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. I am the... As Sheriff Daisy told you, they and some of our neighbors were taken hostage by the Dorseys, and I mean to free them. No good traitors, that's what they are. Used to be 100 families, like us, but rotten. Backstabbers, every one of them. At least that's what my father says. They rebelled against the patriarch before I was born, and were driven from the city. I was always told they were dead and gone. It seems I was misinformed. It's a project of the Ward family, a showcase for their know-how. They grow food there using the latest technologies. Colorado Springs leads the world in science. But there are plenty of places to hide in the garden. The Dorseys could be laying for us anywhere. We shall Certainly. My father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk.
Oh, it's true. She's a prodigy, all right. Also a pain in the ass.
There's no need to worry that I will be shy about pulling the trigger. I promise, strangers, if it is to save my family, I will not hesitate. I know very little about you, strangers. And even if I trusted you as I would a friend, it is still my family who the Dorseys threaten. At last.
regret, no repentance.
Still as Dorsey lives, he'll kill you all!
Goddamn Dorsey's shot refugees and Coloradans alike. What did we do to them?
I hope you die slow!
Extra, extra! Cowardly attack on Colorado. New in town? Did you hear about what happened? Sure has. Dorsey's got into the city, but nobody knows how. They started shooting up the place and killed a lot of people. It took a while, but Sheriff Daisy and the marshals beat him back. Now they're holed up in the Garden of the Gods. Well, some of them. Just what I've been told. Back before I was born, they were the family that betrayed the... Thing is, everybody thought they'd been dead for years. I mean, there's tons of stories about how the Patriot... Yep. I work for the Colorado Patriot. Only newspaper left in America. We tell people, be careful. Might still be Dorsey's hiding out in the city.
Murderers!
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate. Broadmoor Heights and the Patriarch's Palace. The attack on the city has everyone nervous. Until that's all settled down, Patriarch's orders are in effect. An invitation from the head of a family or authorization from the Patriarch. Until you have... Good day.
Oh, darn it, Martha. Why else would I even keep a shotgun around if I don't use it?
Do you... Garden of...
Consarn it. You Dorsey peckerheads, get on out of there.
Hush up now, Josiah. You can't go in there.
You think I can't handle myself?
Since when? You've been a shopkeeper all your life. Will you help me talk some sense into this old fool? If
some of those Dorsey bastards are hiding out in my shop. My shop! Finest clothing store in the whole dang town. So I'm going in. They're too busy. Besides, a man should be able to protect his own shop.
Thank you.
Killing myself? Can't you pretend to have some faith? You do this, you'll get a nice discount at the shop. Assuming I still have a shop by the time it's all over.
Shit, Hotlanders! We thought you was all dead! Back off!
taking him Heartlanders!
He's on target.
Phew, boy. Thanks again for taking care of the... Say, if you got hurt in that scrap, you should see a friend of mine, Doc Parker. He set up a clinic in the... And here, a little token of our appreciation. Come on back after we reopen the shop.
My people and I are stuck on the streets now, thanks to you.
Take a look at what...
Those marshals were colleagues of mine. I'm gonna guess you didn't kill them.
Fat chance. We got guns and ammo now. We don't take orders from marshals no more.
Waiting orders. Taking shelter. Firing! Damn! Shit just got real. city's on lockdown? Go away!
Sorry, pal. Club's closed till the city's secure. Place is closed. Where I go once is to stand in the cold and make sure you know it.
I heard we had some new arrivals wash on in. Military types, they said. Can't really see the difference between you and the ordinary class of mercs. As much as I'd love to shoot the shit with you tryhards. Sheriff Daisy said to let you go on in. It's the Garden of the Gods. Rocks, experimental... Nope. No room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room.
Jesus, loaves and fishes, holy mackerel! Better stay back from my stall. Those goddamn Dorseys dropped a landmine under it. Oh, thank God. You'd be doing me a shell of a favor. Wish I could get these Flipper and Marshals to take care of the dang bomb under my stall. Heck no! That mine is right in front of my stop. Yeah, you and everybody else.
Welcome to Mary Milkteeth's Morning After Mart. If you did some things last night that you wish you hadn't, I got you covered. I can clean you up, sober you up, cure your ills, and get you ready to face the new day. Or maybe you got banged up in the Dorsey raid. I can help with that too. What do you need? Just a simple humanitarian who saw a niche that needed filling. Now, remedies for regret, children. Headache pills, hair of the dog, pills for the pox, pills for the pain, and first aid kits for those of you who might have started something you couldn't. Here you go, children. Salvation is at hand.
Did you see the Dorseys almost blow up the statue?
Yeah, I was hiding under the bookseller's stall. Marshall stopped at the last second.
Wouldn't be Market Square without it.
Snap and Jimmy Bob's still stand. New faces? Let me know if you need to that snapping Jimmy Bob. Not that much to tell. My dad was a trader, and a good one. And now I'm... Oh, that's my prized possession. A genuine Prip. Let's.
Rangers, check me out. Thanks so much for ensuring we got this shipment of power armor. When I first saw you roll into town, I had my doubts, but you have definitely come through time and time again. Anyway, these refugee vermin aren't going to punch themselves. Thanks again, Rangers.
There's always something breaking.
Talk to Mama. She always knows what to do.
Talk to our mom.
Y'all seem nice, but if you got business with the Carters, you should talk to Mama.
Doc Parker's helping the wounded at the Arapaho Group.
You got business with Mama Carter? Ha! No, you don't. Come back when you do. Until then, scram.
Always something else to fix.
Make sure you take care of that bike when you get to it.
That rust trap? Why?
Because this was Jimmy Longhaul's first car. When it gave up the ghost in the plains, he salvaged what he could, turned it into this monster you see before you. All because he couldn't bear to be separated from his machine. That's dedication for you.
Also to get out of the plains. Y'all forgot that part.
You ever hear of car gardens?
You mean where they grow these fine automobiles for our personal use?
Don't get cute.
Sorry.
Anyway, I didn't know they existed until my pa told me to go down to this old man's farm. He said he had a few cars we could take. What we didn't expect was 50 VWs in his garden, hanging around like shrubbery in a rich man's home. Damn waste of some good cars, but...
So he runs out and starts trying to hose down the damn propane tank.
What? No. What the heck is wrong with these frontier men?
No idea. Luckily, I stopped him before he got us all killed. Damn idiot.
You ever hear of car gardens?
You mean where they grow these fine automobiles for our personal use?
Don't get cute.
Sorry.
Anyway, I didn't know they existed until...
Haven't seen you folks before. If you're looking for help with this is the Colorado Springs Arapahoe Station. We got stations all over. I'm the manager, best crew in the business. Yeah? Oh, that's Doc Parker. Good thing, too. Those Dorseys hurt a lot of people with that little the best in Colorado Springs, no lie. He was the patriarch's personal physician. Nice Arapahoe boy, taking care of the hemorrhoids of the 100 families, and came home in the end, though. Remembered who he was and set up his clinic here. Been serving the working co-workers, not employees. Anyway, Fastback's the old one. Been with the station almost as long as I have. Wrench, the tall fella, thinks he's a heartbreaker, but he's the most sentimental sap you'll ever meet. And Pacer's our newest recruit. Don't mess with her. She's, at the moment, yeah, I guess so. Driving and wrenching has kind of become the Arapahoe brand. We pride ourselves on being the best mechanics and couriers in the West. Well, except for those of us who run the stations, we mostly live on the road. The people of the convoy, some folks call us. And we've turned while other folks were eating each other in the suburbs or fighting over mansions. And when we came back, we came with services people needed. Sure we do, if they're good enough. Takes a lot of skills to be better than an Arapahoe. Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
Let's hope you got another career planned. I give it another 3 months before Pacer leaves you in the dust.
And so what if she does? It just means I gotta work harder. Ain't no shame in that.
I'm gonna remind you that you said that.
Should I call her?
Call who?
Oh, just this woman he's been in love with forever now. They met in the bazaar and she saved him from getting into trouble. But now he's too scared to do anything about it.
Whoa!
They're in bad shape, and I don't have the time or tools to save them. Thank you. The things I need most are a suture kit, an injury kit, and a medic pack. Got that? These will talk more when you come back. the city. Come in. This is Bellamy Ward. There are Dorseys all over the garden. I'm pinned down on a high ledge. Can... Oh, thank God. I'll call up... Hey! Oh, no. They found me.
You don't want to do that! Oh, yeah? Why not? I've got this whole place rigged to blow! That's why! I don't see no explosives! Where are they? If I press this button, we're all dead! Hey! Where did you come from? Back the hell off, or you're dead! You saying I'm a child? You're the one who's in for a whooping! My blades are coming for you!
Did the Patriarch send you? I'm sorry. I need to warn you. The Dorseys are gathering up ahead.
Bellamy! Bellamy!
I thought you were with your family. Oh, thank God you're not. Thank God.
If they've done anything to my people, I'm going to end them all.
Please do. I'll tell whatever I can to help. It's not much, but... My name is Bellamy Ward. I'm a scientist. I was calibrating the solar arrays when the Dorseys... They're savages. Animals. They beat those people. Laughed at them when they begged for their lives. The kids were screaming. God, no, I was stalling for time. If I had a few hours and the right chemicals, though, I could have prepared quite a surprise for them. The PALs, photon amplification lenses. They harness and focus the ambient light. It's fascinating, actually. Normally, they maintain a stable temperature for the plants, but they can be adjusted to help power the solar collector. I once coupled a PAL with a dynamic cross-photon matrix. I was trying to cook some bison steaks, but it incinerated the whole fire pit, melted the entire grill. Goes to show what can happen if you put a decimal in the wrong place. A while ago, we found some old, non-functional solar panels from before the deluge of fire. I couldn't figure out their function at first, until I recovered a microcircuitry board and developed a laser spectrography process. I realized that I could help solve some of the electrical generation issues. I think they took every...
What about my family?
Last I saw them, they were all right. They were scared. Saved my life. I won't forget it.
Let's round him up and bring him back to Doc Parker.
Size of a truck!
This is Bellamy Ward, PAL operational test number, 110. I've adjusted the angle of the solar collectors by 3.12 degrees to improve of the energy transmission from the photonic amplification lenses. I've also attached a more sensitive voltmeter to the test panel, so I can hopefully get a more accurate reading of the conversion rate. Everything's set. Here we go. The photon amplification lenses are operating at 60% ambient light, approximately what we would expect on a typical day in Colorado Springs. Checking the voltmeter now. Yes, it's working. Energy storage is 12% above norm. This is better than I hoped. Now, if I can get the storage rate up to 25%, we'll have surplus power running into the batteries each day. For the first time since the deluge of fire, Colorado Springs will have all the electricity it needs. I can't wait to show this to Theo and Megan.
No. Can't see a thing. I don't know if they're here or not. I can't... Come on. Let's find the monsters who did this. That was one of the Skylar girls, I think. Seems like we ought to leave her alone. Feels an awful lot like grave robbing.
I might agree. On behalf of all of us here, I want to offer our unconditional surrender. As proof of our goodwill, I want to tell you that the culprits got into town with help from Farron Brago's organization.
Isaac, how could you? How could you throw in with these people? How could you let them take my...
They're in the grave you passed on the way here. They didn't suffer, Lucia. I promise. Baby, look.
Stop talking right now.
Not forgiveness. We want to face justice. We know what... It was Nelius Dorsey. He went looking for your family, Lucia. Your family especially. That's why I got you...
You didn't want anything to happen to me? So you let savages abduct...
But you're still alive, Lucia. Don't you see? You're still alive, and that's what matters most to me. He escaped. He took some vehicles and headed west into the mountains. I don't think he was planning to come back. We've been under the Patriarch's boot for 50 years. We say that the 100 families are in charge, but it's really just his family. Just him. I know Farron Brago's gang helped them get into town. I don't know how or why. And I overheard Nelius say something about Liberty. I think she's going to attack Colorado Springs. It sounded like...
I have heard enough. If your betrayal of my family was not sufficient, your treachery here most certainly is. In the name of the Patriarch.
Please, Lucia. I did this for you. All I ever meant was to help build a better world for you. For all of us. Please, Lucia. I love you.
Psychos! You killed Isaac! You kill us all!
Down in the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, Father, let's go.
You want a brawl? Knock yourselves out.
Come on down. Oh, Father, let's go down in the valley to pray. In the valley to pray. As I went down in the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
this is Ranger HQ. We're getting reports of shooting in your last known location at Garden of the Gods. What's your status? Over. Roger that, November 1. Maybe let's not talk too loudly about this killing 100 families kids business. Over and out.
Anybody before today, and now I've gone and shot my boyfriend. I mean, my ex-boyfriend. Ex in more ways than one, I suppose. Oh, God! I killed him. I really killed him. I can't believe he's dead. I can't... I did. I need to find the people who steered Isaac wrong. The people who were really responsible. Nelius, Dorsey, and Liberty Buchanan. Will you help me find them? You can count on my guns every step of the way. Of course. We should go after Nelius Dorsey first. Isaac said he headed west into the mountains. No doubt he plans to hole up at one of the old resorts. I don't think we're ready to face him yet, though. Nelius will be dug in, I expect, and he'll have all his best people with him. He only left behind the expendables in the garden.
I thought she said she was gonna follow orders, not give them.
For now, we should head back to the sheriff.
Be right back.
shut your hole. I knew you slept with my wife. Hey, slow down.
What now? There are people dying right here, right now, and you're trying to get me to leave? What the hell are you thinking? Now I can. Sure. Okay, you're good. Finally, get started on those patients. Did your mother do everything for you? Fine. I know I've asked a lot of you, and I'm grateful to see this girl. She was shot in the head, but there's no exit wound. The bullet's still in there. If you let me use the facilities at your HQ, I'll do anything. I'll work as your doctor. I'll fucking juggle for you, Ranger. Thank you. Thank you. You've saved her life. Need anything before I get my stuff together? Of course. Let's have a look. Good luck. Rangers, I'd chat, but there's a lot to wrap up before I make my way to your
What about you?
What can I do for you? Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
Aw, come on. Don't be like that.
Talk's cheap. Give me your coffee ration for next week, and I'll consider it.
You're all right, kid.
Welcome back, children. Had another rough night? You'll be back.
Wish I could get these Flipper and Marshals to take care of the dang bomb under my stall. Oh, thank God. You'd be doing me a shell of a favor. Rat cakes! Well, I guess that takes care of the landmine. I'm back in business. Welcome to the freshly reopened Taiwan Jones's Well done scuttling those damn Dorseys in the gardens, chums. You want to hear about the wide open seas. My trusty vessel, I have no idea what you're talking about, Franz. Nope. No. Wish that I did, Franz. Sardine lean.
We've got drinks, dancing, and games of chance. Pick your poison.
What's your favorite song?
It's gotta be Sex Dwarf. It bops so hard.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Fuck me!
Hey, you're cramping my moves.
Having a good time, honey?
Having a good time, honey?
Present request, party humans. Enjoy party time.
These stairs lead to Mr. Brago's lounge. He said I should let you guys, but don't even think about messing with that computer behind me. I got one job, and that's guarding that computer. And if you was to mess with it, that is the computer that controls the ventilation system. And I have to guard it because it's broken, and there could be real big trouble if you set the fan to off and the heat to max, which isn't supposed to be possible. But right now it is. Well, maybe if a fight broke out, I would. But nobody would be stupid. You're not gonna say I said any of this, are you? What are you doing? Didn't I tell you nobody's supposed to touch that computer? Well, go on. I told you, Mr. Brago gave me instructions to let you rangers through.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Ah, it's you, Red Hats. I was wondering when you'd come to see Charlie Nose. Farron Brago's capo, leader of men, hero of the Battle of Two Buttes, savior of St. Elmo, and friend to everyone worth knowing. Welcome to Little Vegas. Ah, a tactical masterstroke by yours truly. Imagine two round buttes with a narrow gorge between them. Got that picture in your mind? We lured our enemies into the gorge, then squeezed them from both sides.
I'm quite sure there was never a battle of two buttes, Mr. Nose.
Oh, you wouldn't say that if you'd been there. I'll never forget the groans, the plops of the fall. Not surprised you haven't heard of it. St. Elmo was lost to a fire years ago, sadly. But it was a thrive.
Don't listen to a word old Charlie says, Rangers.
Says the biggest bullshitter in Colorado Springs. All those and more. I have plenty to tell you, Red Hat. So what can Charlie do for you? I'm the floor boss. I make sure our guests are happy and entertained. And that they don't wander into the back rooms. I can. Did you mean, will you let us through? Jokes aside, Mr. Brago doesn't let anyone into the back without his explicit say-so. And we take Mr. Brago's instructions. Ah, Mr. Brago's pride and joy. Our pride and joy. He founded this club after coming here from Vegas. Apparently, why wouldn't I? Isn't that who you are, with your hat so red? Oh well, you see this silver ram medal? You like it? It's my favorite badge. The Patriarch. See this one with the skull? Sheriff Daisy gave it to me for dealing with a corrupt marshal. She was a beast, let me tell you. Must have had some kind of...
Razzle-dazzle. Is that what you call falling while running away from her and tripping her with...
That worked, didn't it? She fell face first into a fire plug. Till next time, Red Hats.
Hey there. What do you need? This is the Little Vegas. A slice of paradise in a freezing shithole. Loose lips don't get you far in Mr. Brago's organization. All the best vices Colorado has to offer.
I'm gonna cock that gun and clean your barrel.
Uh-oh.
you're done playing in Little Vegas. You won enough already. Uh-oh. You're done playing in Little Vegas.
Alcohol's
You
nice,
won
but
enough already.
makes this all worth it.
Gotta act tough. Gotta act tough.
Me!
No can do, Pallies. Mr. Brygo says you've taken him for enough. If it were up to me, I'd let you play, but he's the boss.
Why
I sure could use a foot massage at the end of my shift.
No more gambling for me. I learned my lesson.
I wish I could afford to drink like you.
You're throwing around? Hey! Where do you think you're going? That's off limits.
Adorable. That's so 2090s. Great choice for nostalgia factor.
Fuck me!
I just like it.
Fuck! Like, totally. Fuck you. I'm a sick man. I went upstairs to get my shit out of the safe. No fucking way I'm dealing with that asshole again. But not my drugs. Other people's. What? I owe a lot of money. I don't in a safe. Upstairs. Just watch out for Boulder.
Local 168, booyah!
What are you runts doing in here? This is a private party. None of your...
Oh, they're mercs. Happened to be in town when the Dorseys attacked, so we paid them to help us out.
Defending Colorado Springs and beating those toothless shit-kicker Dorseys to a bloody paste. Local 168, let me hear you! Woo! Oh, so you've got some cojones. Well, if it's a fight you want, the local 168 are happy to oblige. Ha! You're right. Get out of here, Phoebes.
168! 168! Hey, remember... Go-hoo-hoo! Go-hoo-hoo! Hey, remember how I blew that Dorsey's brains out? Still got some on my shoes. Local 168, booyah! Hey!
What are you doing? The occupants of Colorado Springs are under our protection. Any luck? Do you have my 5 Rhino and 5 Focus? What? Well, that wasn't... You never said anything about money. Fine. Bunch of... It's just a little to even me out. That's all.
Ooh-wee! Always have a time in Little Vegas.
Welcome
Even
to
if I
the
go
Little
home with
Vegas
red hot
brothel,
balls.
friends. Hello.
Sorry, Ken. Me and my friends are here on business today.
That's my name, yes.
You really shouldn't ask him about that. He had a misunderstanding with Mr. Brygo, and they cut off his junk. Smooth like a Ken doll. Get it?
Rangers, you're not actually going to...
Of course. Here at the Little Vegas brothel, there's the lovely Ten of Hearts. The handsome... So, pick a card. Any card. Ah, yes. The 10 that goes to 11. The sweet...
Most popular.
He's vain, self-absorbed, our most demanding. A bear of a man is our... If you seek the secrets of the art of... if you like your... I am obliged to warn you that there are no safe words with the Joker. Good. And good luck. Of course. But before we return... Yeah, okay. Bye.
I get all giddy when you smile. Oh, Quan, it's you!
Unless you all want to take a break for a while. Really? Thank you so much. 10.
Oh, Quan, it's been so long. It's never been like this before. I'll miss you. Quan, you brought your friends too. I hope you're here to stay for a while. All I need is a little cash. Be gentle with me. It's never been like this before. I'll miss you.
You don't know what you're missing, sweetheart.
Oh, sweetie. Everyone has nerves their first...
No, I know how to do it. I just don't feel like it. Yeah, well, I was just leaving. Thanks, Ace. Bite me!
Come back anytime, Benji. I know.
School's
For a small fee. That's a shame. I've got a lot I could teach you.
I'm the king, baby!
Gracious. Do people actually want to... Disgusting.
Aren't you a sexy little thing? This is my first time. So, how do we do this? Do I just... Oh! Whoa, okay! Take it off?
Come over here.
On my knees? Okay. Oh, God!
You'd look so... Stand there and don't move. You'll do. It cost... Now, let's think about safe words. It's safe, I promise. Pathetic. Dismissed.
Thought you couldn't work tonight, Darlene.
It's fine. I got a sitter.
Not your ex.
We'll drink
all your liquor and selling kids with scarves. Oh, man, I love dancing in this place.
It's the best. But I've heard a rumor that there's an exclusive secret dance party up at Aspen every year. I'm for sure gonna get an invite this year.
Feed her.
I've never been to Aspen. You 100 families types get all the good stuff.
Oh,
I don't know what the boss is thinking running a straight joint.
Let's
He's
discover
leaving
our
money on the
coefficient
table.
of friction.
Marshals would shut us down if we fixed the games.
So gaudy.
With a
So
kickback, they wouldn't.
welcome to my
They ain't never
ostentatious.
said
You
no
won't
to a
regret
piece
this
of
in
the
the morning.
action.
Because
I
we'll
don't know
sleep
then.
till high noon.
He must have his reasons.
You are definitely on
I
my
guess so.
most wanted list.
Ah, Rangers, what a pleasure. I heard you were in town. It must be, what, 20 years since we crossed paths. Not that any of you would remember that, of course. You were probably just kids when Vargas and Angela Death and the rest helped me save Vegas. And I hear we have you to thank for Cassidy's fine clothiers being back in business. My capos, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm Farron Brago. Welcome to Little Vegas. You haven't heard the story? Hey, I'll never forget it. 20 years ago, Vegas was being overrun by robots. A nightmare. Of course, 15 years later, the robots came back and destroyed everything. But you know all about that. They attacked you too. Anyway, that shared history makes me happy you're here. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. I'm glad you think so. You should have seen it 5 years ago. Nothing here but the walls, and half of them were falling down. But enough about me. How are things with the Rangers? Is General Vargas still in charge? I'd love to give him my regards. We owe him and his team a lot. Damn. I'd heard rumors, but thank you for telling me. Now, what can I do for you? Ah, yes. Had that painted for my office back in Vegas. Before the robots came. Not a bad likeness, eh? Thank you, Rangers. That's very flattering. But really, it's not so much that I haven't aged, but more that the cares and woes of running Vegas back then made me old before my time. Like I said, 15 years after the Rangers saved us, the robots came. As to why we came to Colorado? Well, we heard some rumors of the good work the Patriarch was doing out here. Creating a stable, prosperous... I know any attempt to recapture the past is doomed. And besides, the customers don't know it's a pale imitation. Good luck. Welcome back to Little Vegas, Rangers. Good luck.
This place rocks, right?
This is Corporal Gonzalez at Ranger Command. Who am I speaking with?
This is Rosie Wong at the Sands Lux Apartments. The tap water's brown again.
That's not really our department, Miss Wong. Can I,
Then you go arrest whose department it is. I'm trying to run a business here. My tenants have a right to clean water.
Dozens killed by Dorsey thugs. Families taken hostage.
Either of you ever worry about getting hitched to a pillory?
Hell yeah. I've always got a smile for the marshals and never piss them off. I stay in line.
Horrible.
I like your style, Rangers. I asked for a favor, and you came through for me. No more Darcys in my city. Some of my marshals weren't too sure about you. But I see now that they were dead wrong. Old Saul always knows best. Damn right. It's in all our interests to keep this city safe. Now, before I forget, let me introduce you to Hope Emerson. She heard all about you coming to town and she wants to join up. Ain't that right, Hope?
Pleasure's mine, Rangers. Ran the lockup in a little town called Amity on Colorado's eastern border. Figured I could do the same thing for you at your HQ, assuming you'll be arresting people now and then.
Amity got flattened by the scar collectors a while back, so Hope came west. Been trying to get her to... We have some differences when it comes to crime and punishment. But that aside, she's smart, honorable, and she'd be an...
Great! I'll head over to Ranger headquarters in a bit and start fixing up your brig. I can't think of a better way to serve than to ensure that our just...
So, back to business. Did you find out how the Dorseys got in? Figures. That rat slinked into town about 5 years back, and the patriarch, God love him, offered him a place to set up shop. Been nothing but trouble ever since. In fact, I had a hunch he might be involved, so I sent my best man over to his nightclub, the Little Vegas, to search for a connection. Say, what if I asked you Rangers to go to Little Vegas and check up on him? And if you happen to find proof that Brygo helped the Dorseys while you're there, well, feel free to cuff the bastard and haul him in. Take down Brygo for me, and I'll make sure your HQ gets the best-equipped armory this side of the rock. The marshal I sent to the Little Vegas is named Delgado. Family man and the best inspector I've got. Always a pleasure, Rangers. Got any good news, Rangers? I sure could use some. What's on your mind? That's good. You can't go easy on track. Or after I helped him whoop the Plains gangs, he put me in charge of the best damn... No offense to the 100 families. All right. What have you got? Roger that.
Hello, Rangers? This is Gideon Reyes. I'm addressing you from... I can happily make a few calls, speak to a few... It's not a thing I really do, this ransoming of aid. But these are... I'll be at the church in Broadmoor Heights, and I'll tell the marshals to let you through.
Still looking into Brygo's club, huh?
Rangers. I'm here. It'll take a while. But I think I'll be... If you need treatment now, well, I think fine. For now. Of course, have a seat. I won't. I never do.
Garden of the Hotel Pimlico.
Glad to see you back, Rangers. Now, what can I help you with? I'll be here.
That Valor kid doesn't sound much more stable than his
I was
brother.
rather hoping for something juicy. Well then, what is it?
Just that.
Rangers, good to see you. Sure thing. Let's have a look.
No need for alarm, ladies and gentlemen. We're only here for your valuables. And then we're all wearing infrared glasses. Don't try to hide. Before he could finish, there was a smack. Like a mallet striking a side of beef.
There you go. Anything else? I'll be here.
Good luck out there.
What do you think? What can I do for you? You haven't arrested anyone yet, Rangers, but you can bet they'll be in good hands. Good luck out there.
guessing it's gonna be tough getting that Valor kid out of Denver in one piece. But it's gotta be done.